What is going on, guys? Welcome back to a new episode of Moose Tracks Podcast. For those of you who don't know, my name is Moose. I'm the host of this podcast. So what we do is basically just turn on a mic, sit down with some friends, and have some crazy, weird, interesting conversations that you guys probably have at home. I wish I had like an applause button right now or like a drum roll for you. You guys, I am sitting with the one, the only, Miss Gianna Gravalese, guys.
What's up? What's going on? See, now you said you were nervous, and I was like, no, it's fine. And now I'm nervous.
No, we're not nervous.
I don't know why.
You guys, Gianna Gravalese is an icon in itself. She is a rising TikTok star, if you guys don't know. And she's also the host of the podcast, Ugh. Is it Ugh, exclamation point?
It's just Ugh.
No,
yeah,
it's
no
just
exclamation point.
I thought it was exclamation point. I don't know.
Probably should have an exclamation point because that's really how I feel always.
Literally.
But yeah, just Ugh on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Plugging myself.
No, do it, guys. Check her out. I literally binged. Is it a season? Was it season one?
I'm going to say, you know what? I took a hiatus. So now that you just said that, you gave me the idea of telling everyone that was season one. And now I'm in season two. Because you know how shows have breaks?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I was just lazy and having like anxiety, but it's fine.
Yeah, no, it's perfect. I literally binged season one, you guys, I think in a day and a half. I'm not even joking. She's amazing. I had to have her on. She's awesome.
I'll cry.
I literally like harassed her to like be my friend and talk to me and like do a podcast. I get DM'd you like 9 times. And I was like, hey, you know, like, can you help me with life? Like, you basically do what I want to do.
Like, please help. No, first of all, I'm terrible at scheduling and answering messages. So can't wait to get a job someday. But I'm so glad that I actually found your message and responded because first of all, this is the first time we're sitting down together.
No, like literally.
Like the very first time. Like, we were talking, I know you. We didn't know how we knew each other first.
Which is so weird.
Like, we're from the same town.
Yeah.
We knew of each other.
Yeah.
We couldn't figure it out. And we realized it was from my ex-boyfriend. So, shout out to him. Thank you for having us sit down together.
This connection, this slight connection.
You know how, like, Ariana Grande thanks her exes?
Yeah.
It's like, whatever. Like,
thank
you next.
Yeah, literally.
That's what I'm thankful for, making connections.
And we are here. Next is this new episode of this podcast. Look at that. Look at that segue.
And next. What is next for us, speaking of?
Speaking of that, well, I mean, from the title of this episode, you guys can probably already know what's about to go down. I'm very excited. I think Gianna is equally as excited. Probably more.
I want to, like, jump around right now.
Like, cue the Disney intro with the castle and, like, literally. And, like, Tinkerbell.
We're on the same
my
wave.
God.
The audio levels just peaked. They were like, okay, settle down.
All right.
This is why I'm telling you, same brain.
We literally clicked. This is awesome.
I love it.
But guys, so we're going to be talking about Disney and basically its impact on us, on our friends, on our family, on the generation.
Our brains, the generation, everything.
So let's just dive into it.
Yeah,
let's just go right into it. I think, honestly, Disney in itself, it's just... I don't know, like, when I just think of Disney, like just chills, like, down my spine.
Oh, me too.
Like,
Disney defined my childhood,
yeah.
period. And I think that it still carries into my adult life.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, when you grow up with something that it's a place, it's an idea, and it's, like, there's movies.
Yeah.
Like, it's something that you could visit physically, and also watch, like, if that makes any sense. Like,
the Disney store.
The Disney store, the Disney world. Like, it was beyond just an idea.
Yeah.
And that's why I think as children, like, because, I mean, obviously, like, I hope, like, little kids aren't thinking about this, but Santa Claus, for example, you hear about him, but you never see him.
Yeah, literally.
So it's this idea of, like, okay, but, like, where is he? And then you get disappointed later in life. Disney is you hear about it, you watch the movies, and then when you go, it defines the magic.
Different.
It's magic.
Yeah. So let's honestly just start off with Disney World and Disneyland. This might be a shock. I went for the first time senior year of high school.
To Disney World?
To Disney World in Orlando.
Oh my God.
I had like a culture shock. Like, I think I turned 6 all over again. Like, it was pathetic. Like, I was like literally waited in line an hour and a half to meet Aladdin. Like, I'm not joking.
I do the same.
I was like, this is gonna happen. Like, I remember, because I've been to Florida and I've been to Orlando, never Disney World. So when we entered the park, and you saw like where dreams come true.
Yes.
I thought my 18-year-old self that was about to graduate high school literally just left my body and I was 7.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
But it's like when you go there, you get this overwhelming feeling.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you're a narcissist. Like, because when you go, it's you're a child.
Yeah.
And like I think that we all want to feel like children again to some capacity, whether it's like, you know, just going to Disney and like having fun and like, because I mean, adult life is hard. I know we're like just in our early 20s, but it's hard and there's a lot of real shit that happens, and like going there is a sense of comfort.
It brings like that like innocence out again when you were a child and you thought the world was sunshine and rainbows, and then
and I wear my mini ears. I have like 15 different pairs for every outfit, and I can't do that around here. I can't walk around in mini ears.
Yeah, no.
I have to pay bills. Like, what?
Literally, no, awesome.
No,
but like,
I can't believe that's when my senior trip was actually to Disney World.
I wish
in high school.
When I love my senior trip. All my friends right now probably just cringe because I don't shut up about my senior trip at all. But
you went to the Bahamas, right?
No, I went to Punta.
Oh, Punta Cana.
Yeah.
Yep, yes.
But I would not be. No, I went the same year. I'm an idiot. Well, I went to Disney World April, like spring break, and then I went to my senior trip in June. I had a great year. Wow, now I think about that.
What a great year.
Honestly. But no, I wouldn't. I want to go back. Yeah, I was supposed to go back in April, but COVID. We didn't even plan that. We didn't even plan that singing part. Oh my god. What is wrong with us?
We're the same. But
literally,
when you back on Disney, like it doesn't matter like what age you go.
Yeah.
Because like my first time I was 5 and you were 18.
Yeah.
But we both had the same feeling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, it's just a magical place.
Yeah, no, it literally is.
I'm bashing my splint off the table.
I know, I was like, are you okay?
Like ding dong. I can't.
No, but like, yeah, and just, I remember going and like, just thinking like, wow, like, I remember I freaked out when I saw, like, you know how they do like the parade, is it Downtown Disney? Like, is that where they do it, or?
They do it in Magic Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom,
yes.
Yeah. So they do like the parade. I remember we caught like the last 5 minutes of it, and then they brought out like all like, it was like the Pixar time of it. It was like, so they brought out like the Incredibles and stuff. It literally was shaking. I was like,
you cry.
Because that's my all-time, one of my favorite movies. Like, I watch it, I think I watched it like 3 days ago. I still love it. The Incredibles.
How'd you feel when the second one came out?
I liked it.
Okay.
I didn't have that same like feeling, that same something when
it was different.
It was different. I liked it though. For a sequel, it was good. It could have went horrible.
Right.
And I liked how it picked up right after the first one, like literally minutes right after the first one.
Yes.
So I really liked that. But yeah, so I remember just like when I saw, even though they were literally people in costumes, I was like, oh my god, this is amazing.
It's like that factor of like, you know, they're in a costume, but also it's like, whenever I still go at the age of 22, I'm like, Cinderella! Like, what's going on? Like, I get so excited. Like, I don't know what is wrong. Oh,
do you think the actors like freak out? They're like, oh my god, this 22-year-old chick is literally having a mental breakdown.
Honestly, I think that when they go into it, they know what they're going into.
Yeah.
They're like, we're going to deal with the crazy kids and we're going to deal with the Disney adults.
Yeah.
Quote unquote. That's a new term.
It is?
Have you heard about this?
No.
A Disney adult. People are shitting on Disney adults. AKA you and I, we're over the age of 18. We love Disney. We are Disney adults. And everyone's like, why can't these people just grow up? Blah, blah, blah. Like, there's this whole stigma behind, like, adults that love Disney. Like, I love how this wasn't even, like, in the ideas for what to talk about. But now I'm just going on.
Seriously.
I'm going on a... But I saw it on Twitter. Somebody was like, are there really people over the age of 20 that go and, like, worship this mouse and wear freaking, like, regalia, blah, blah, blah? And I was like, okay, like, if Disney is what brings me happiness, like, please stop. Like, just why is that such a bad thing?
Why are they pressed? Like,
I don't know. Everyone's pressed over Disney adults, so I want to know why.
No, tell us why in the comments. Literally, let us know so we can know.
Let us know if you're a Disney adult or not.
But literally, like, so mine was The Incredibles. What was yours? Like, what was your Disney movie where you were like, this is life?
Oh.
Or do you have multiple?
I think I have multiple. Because as a child, what I would do is, like, pick one movie and I'd watch it for, like, 3 months. Like, every day for months and months and months. I want to say, like, princess-wise. Oh, this is such a hard question. I didn't even ever think about this. For some reason, no, I don't know. What was it?
Wait, were you like a Disney OG? Did you have it on like VHS, like back?
Yes.
On like the
Oh my
tapes,
God,
and they
on
were
the
colorful.
tapes.
Yeah,
Yes,
yep,
yes.
me too.
And then like the whole like you'd have to wait and it'd be like previews.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'd be like, oh come
Yeah.
on, like whatever.
Literally.
Now you can just skip through. Like they
Honestly.
don't. Nobody knows the essence of waiting for the
Yeah,
previews to be
literally.
done.
Disney Plus,
But
you just click play.
Disney, yeah, that's it. I want to say like I was definitely an OG like Snow White.
Yeah.
Loved her. Like
Yeah.
that was the first Disney princess ever that Walt Disney ever even created.
Yeah, yeah.
And I loved her.
Yeah.
Like I loved the dwarves. I loved all of them. Like I don't know. I think I was all over the place. Like I am right now. I haven't changed.
It's taking a lot for me right now to not sing. Like I hope you know. Like it's literally I'm holding it in right now.
I just love singing all the songs, all of them. Literally.
Yeah, literally.
I was a big Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah, I love that movie.
I don't know why. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't a princess, but like Cusco and Kronk, like they were freaking great.
Have you seen those TikToks? It's like pull the lever, Kronk.
Yes, and everyone's in the mirror. And
Yeah,
they're
like
like
falling,
"Wrong lever,"
yeah.
and then they're all wet. It's
Yeah.
so good. But yeah, like I never really had that one movie
Yeah, it was
that kind of like
multiple.
defined me. Right now, if you were to ask me right now, because my mind changes every day, Aladdin.
Really? Well, a cartoon
Yes.
or live action?
I love both.
Really?
I love both. Like, is that so wrong? I was talking about this with my uncle, and he was like, the live action just doesn't compare, blah, blah, blah. But I was like, you know what? Like, I actually never, Aladdin was one of the movies I didn't watch growing up. Like, never
really?
watched it.
Yeah.
And then I watched it later in life.
Okay.
And then I watched the live action, and I loved both equally.
Okay.
I love the live action just because I think, what's his name? I'm going to butcher the pronunciation.
Mina?
Mina.
Is it Masood? I'm Arab. I
Masood?
can't even say it.
I'm terrible. Mina Masood. I
Yeah.
think that's what it is.
Yeah.
I think he's dead hot. So, and Jasmine's gorgeous, okay?
Yeah.
And like Will Smith as a genie is iconic. But I think I love that movie in general.
Yeah.
Because Jasmine was so independent.
Yeah, that was cool how they did
Yes,
that.
I love the fact that she didn't need no man. She didn't want a man.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about this life. And it was the first time we were seeing a prince chase a princess rather than vice versa.
Ooh, I like that.
That's
I
why I
didn't even
love
think about
Aladdin.
that.
Yes.
She's like, and that is my take.
Drops
Drops.
mic, pushes the mic
No,
over.
literally.
Yes.
No, but well, that's actually crazy because for me, it's kind of opposite. Aladdin was Aladdin, Lion King, and like the princesses because I have 3 sisters and they shoved that down my throat.
Yes.
But those are the films I saw a lot on repeat every single day because Aladdin, you know, growing up as like an Arab boy, like that was the only representation we had. This is a great segue.
This is a great segue.
I know, literally. That was the only representation we had
Right.
growing up of
Right.
like, you know, our like culture, quote unquote. And, you know, that was just on repeat all the time in my house. So it just was so funny. And then when the live action came out, I was kind of hesitant on seeing it because I saw the trailer and I was like, okay, this looks cool. I liked how Will Smith was a genie. I liked how they got like, you know, accurate representation for the actors. I think I was just almost scared. I was like, don't ruin that magic feeling.
Right,
you know
right,
what I mean?
right. Yeah, of course.
So I remember I saw it like maybe like right before I left theaters. Like there was like 5 people in the theater. Like
Yeah.
I saw it. I liked it. My only thing,
Oh, tell me the thing.
taps 3 times. The only thing, I just think that Disney had a great idea. I just think it fell apart. I think it looked beautiful. I liked how they kept the songs. I
Yes.
liked Jasmine's new song. Like that
Yes.
whole, I agree with you. That whole twist that they did with Jasmine was sick. I
Amazing.
appreciate that. But I feel like if you're gonna make things live action, you're gonna actually take the opportunity to like represent culture correctly.
Right.
Do it correctly.
That was my also. If I had to pick a problem with it, that would be a problem.
Yeah. Like I said, guys, like, I keep this podcast like wicked fun and like laid back and chill.
Of
But
course.
I think this is just something like I think needs to like be brought
Well,
up.
yeah, I think it's important representation, like in Disney overall, because
Yeah.
like I said, like the princess I latched onto as a child was Snow White.
Yeah.
Snow White.
Yeah,
She
white
was so
skin as white as snow.
Skin as white as snow.
Yeah.
And I, growing up as, you know, we were talking about this a little bit earlier, both as people of color.
Yeah.
Me, I am definitely white passing.
Yeah.
Because not a lot of people know that I am Hispanic.
Yeah, I had no clue.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. My dad was born in the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
But the reason I kind of grew up on a more white, like, Italian side, because I'm
Yeah.
also Italian,
Yeah.
is because my dad came here when he was only a baby,
Mm-hmm.
and his mom, when they came here, had to learn English
Yeah.
to get by,
Yeah.
and had to like fall into that, you know, white cultural
Oh.
English speaking norm to get by in America. So I didn't grow up Hispanic. I grew up more white.
Yeah.
You know what
no,
I mean?
I know all about that. Trust
So
me.
when I watched Disney movies and they were all white, I just didn't think anything of it at
Yeah.
all. Like if I wanted to dress as Snow White, I could. If I wanted to dress as Ariel, I could. If I
Yeah.
wanted to dress as like whoever, I
Yeah.
could. You know, it's
Yeah.
like I never thought differently
Yeah.
of myself besides like hair, but I
Yeah.
didn't think about that as a child.
No,
you know?
absolutely. I absolutely agree with you. Yeah, I think I can relate to you 100% because, like, I was the first one born in America in my family. So, like, and all my siblings, like, I have older siblings. Like, the closest one is 10 years
Yeah.
older than me. So, like, everyone's already grown up. So, like, I grew up very Americanized in a sense. And, like,
Yes.
you know what I mean? And all my friends growing up, majority of them were all white. Like, we grew up in
Yeah.
the same time, you know what I mean? So, you
Right.
get it. Like, so at that point, like, I remember, well, for a girl, honestly, it must be different. For a guy, obviously, I'm not gonna. Like, I think as me talking about myself, I didn't like look at a princess. I was like, yeah, that's me. I know other guys do, and like, you know, that's them. But for me growing up, it was more like, oh, that's cool. Like, there's a princess who looks like this, and then there's Aladdin, he's this, and then there's like, what's that guy's name in Mulan, the general, the one that she falls in love with?
Why don't I know his name?
I don't know, but he was sick. I thought he was so
Yeah,
cool. He was one of my favorites in
amazing.
Mulan. 'Cause he was like a badass, like with a sword.
Right.
So I remember like watching like the movies. Like there was a lot of characters. I was like, oh, you're cool, and you're Chinese, you're Arab, you're this, you're that. So seeing that was so cool. But I remember growing up, and when I went to go see Aladdin, and you know that's my culture, it's my people.
Of course.
I was just confused. I'm like throwing my pen. I'm like getting crazy.
That's all right.
I'm like, why do we have like a Bollywood scene? Like, why are like the costumes like Bollywood? Like, the only Arab thing I saw was the Moroccan teapot. When Aladdin
Right.
walked into like her room with like tea, that's the only Arab thing I recognize. So it made me think like, oh, do other producers think all brown people are the same and they're from this like one area and like that's what we're gonna do? You know what I mean? So that was kind of weird because I'm like,
yeah.
you casted an Egyptian guy to play Aladdin. Good job. You casted a girl who was half Indian to play Jasmine. Okay, that's fine. Like, she can do it. She can sing. She looks the part. That's fine.
Right.
But you're just gonna get everything else incorrect.
Exactly. And then I think that's important that you say that because as, let's say, like a white, culturally
Yeah.
growing up girl,
Yeah.
when you watch that, that's what you think Arab culture is.
Yeah.
Because it generalizes a whole group of all these different cultures under one umbrella.
Yeah.
So now when I watch that, I'm like, oh, okay, that,
Yeah.
you know, the Bollywood thing must be like that. What, you know, it
Yeah.
teaches me at a young age that that's what that's all about.
Yeah, exactly.
So, oh, Disney.
Yeah, I know, literally.
We love it and hate it.
Yeah, no, visually awesome. I was like, oh, the colors, this looks sick.
Right.
But if you really want to break it down, I was like, nah, bro. Well, with Little Mermaid, have you seen? I'm excited for the live action Little Mermaid.
I'm so excited. I bet production's at a halt right now, though,
Oh.
because all movies production
Yeah.
is at a halt because of COVID. But I'm very excited. I know that kind of rocked the world.
I thought it was a
I'm-
fantastic move. It
Yeah.
was fantastic.
Oh yeah, I mean, like that's what we need.
But
right
once
now.
again,
That's
people
literally what we need.
were pressed.
So pressed.
Why?
So pressed because they
She's
wanted,
guys, she's fake.
Mermaids aren't real.
They're not real. You should have seen it. I was like, yo, why is everyone mad? Like,
Everyone was very, very upset. And at the end of the day, it's literally a movie about a mermaid.
Yeah.
Like that's just all it is. And
Yeah.
then like people went absolutely ballistic, and I'm just like, you know what? Let's all just take a
Yeah.
breath. It's literally Disney.
Yeah.
Like, but yet when, like you said, a half Indian woman plays Jasmine, it's fine.
yeah, literally.
It's fine.
Yeah, literally. They're like,
She's
it's fine. They're like, it's an Indian Arab movie. Just throw it in there. They all look the same. You know what I
Yep,
mean? Like, that's what
yep.
they thought.
That's exactly
I'm gonna
what it
blow
is.
your mind though. I don't know if you know this,
Let's
but
go.
in my perspective, growing up, I thought that the Little Mermaid, her original story is based in Denmark, right?
Denmark, yeah.
I always thought it made sense for me to be based in the Caribbean because Sebastian has a Caribbean accent.
Yeah, he does.
The fish sing with a Caribbean accent.
They do.
The cooks and like everyone, like the background characters have French accents.
Yes, and there a lot of French, obviously, in the Caribbean.
The water's like beautiful light blue and everything. So I was just like, okay, so this must be placed in the at a French-speaking island in the Caribbean.
Right. Like, where do they speak French in the Caribbean? Like Saint something?
Yes,
Martin?
yeah.
Thomas?
I think it's Saint Martin.
It might be Saint Martin.
Yeah. There is
because Saint Martin is technically like Saint Martin, which is French.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la. I learned that. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. Please don't come out. I don't know.
No, it's fine. Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah,
so I always thought,
right.
Don't you think it would make sense to have a black person play Ariel?
You blew my mind.
Like, you know what I mean? To me, that makes the most sense.
I'm snapping for you, but my splint won't let me snap fully.
No, to me, that just made the most sense. I was a fan of Chloe and Halle before. Like, I knew their music prior, and Halle, everyone used to always say online that Halle, the actress who's playing Ariel, has a very Disney princess voice. Yes. It's very angelic and soft and kind.
I've heard, I had never heard her sing, and then I heard a video, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, so, I don't know. I think she's going to do a great job. I think everyone who's mad just needs to calm down. Like, relax.
For
you know
real.
What I mean?
Literally calm down. It's so funny, because it's like, Disney's one of those companies that's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know? Anything they do. I mean, that's life. Anyone's successful. They get hate for doing something good, and then if they don't, they still get hate. Like, everyone's gonna always find an issue with something, especially Disney.
Oh yeah.
Because Disney, as we know, basically rules the world. Tell me
hell
that.
Yeah. They absolutely know.
They own everything.
They literally own everything. Great segue. You see, guys, Gianna is like nasty at this. This is why I had to have her.
This is why.
No, but literally, no, like they literally have their hands in every. Like we were talking about this. Like I am a Marvel die hard, as you can hear me hitting my fist in my hand. Like die hard fan. I went to every Marvel premiere growing up. Thursday nights at Rivera Showcase Cinema. Was there at 11 p.m. I had school the next day. I did not care. I was like, I'm going to see Captain America 2. Like, I did not care. And I just remember a shift when, like, Disney took over Marvel. I remember they had, like, a percentage of it at one point. It wasn't full, but it was, like, 50%. Now they have it fully. There was just a shift in how the movies were made.
Yes.
And I'm going to say a quick story real quick just because like, it's iconic, and all my friends who know me, I've told the story a million times. Do you know who Stan Lee is?
Yes.
He's the creator, like, huge thing of Marvel.
Of
so
course.
I met him.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
When?
At the airport 3 years ago.
Oh, you work at the airport.
Yeah, literally. So I used to work at this restaurant before. I used to work for an airline, and I remember I had such a bad day, like, so busy. My allergies were killing me. My dad was outside to pick me up. Horrible day. So I'm walking by, and if you work in the airport, gate C10 is the Los Angeles gate.
Yes, I know that gate.
Yeah, literally, so because that's where they have like the JetBlue Mint flight, where it's like their version of first class. So
I've flown Mint. Sorry, now you're gonna.
Oh, you have on sick, right? Yeah.
Mint is I can't. It's I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But, I won't go on and on. But anyway, of course, C10 Mint.
Yeah,
yes,
but like
bougie.
it's not uncommon to see someone, famous in that area. Like, I've walked by Pauly D many times. He's always flying in and out of that gate.
Love
like,
that guy.
Jersey Shore. We're going to do a Jersey Shore episode.
I watch it every day.
Right.
Every night. I've seen every season, multiple times. Okay, it's happening.
That's the next
Stay
episode.
tuned, guys.
Anyways. But, so I remember.
You've seen me walking through the gate.
Yeah, you see Gianna Gravalese. She's just sitting there.
No photos, please.
Literally. But I remember I was walking by and I just saw him. I saw him sitting, and like I turned my head. And I was like, whatever, it's just an old man. Then I remember I stopped. And you know how airports are. Like, everyone's going crazy. Yes. I stopped in the middle of traffic, everyone walking by me, and I just stared at the Dunkin' Donuts, and I said, if I turn around right now and then it's Stan Lee sitting in a chair, I'm going to pass out in front of everyone. So I did, and it was Stan Lee. And I had to hold myself on the railing, because I was like, this is my moment.
Oh my God, seeing him in person, it's any star that you look up to, seeing them, it's this, like, overwhelming
But no
feeling.
one was freaking out.
Because nobody knows about
exactly.
Stan Lee. Like, nobody.
So I was like, this is my moment. So I remember, like, I just did it. I walked right up to him, and then I remember he was eating, like, M&Ms or something, and then he was only traveling with one other guy, and then the other guy noticed I was approaching, and I was like,
you're like,
yes. And he put his hand in front of him, and was like, and he goes, he's eating right now. He doesn't want to talk. I literally ignored him. I was like, I don't want any pictures, sir. I don't want to waste any of your time. I just need you to understand I love you. I was like, you impacted my childhood so much. I was like,
I could cry.
Thank you for everything you have done. I was like, you literally showed me that being a superhero is real, and like, I thank you for everything. And he like stood up, shook my hand and was like, ha ha ha, thanks kid, now go buy a t-shirt. And I was like, and I was like, okay, I have 9 at home. And I literally walked into my car, tears in my eyes, and my dad was like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Stop.
And I told him what happened. He couldn't care less, because you know what I mean? But I was just like,
no one understands. I was waiting for you to be like, and then he punched me in the face.
No, I would have been,
like,
I still would have been heartbroken. That would have been my heartbreak. Not like a girl break, that would have been my heartbreak.
Like the ultimate heartbreak.
No, literally.
Amazing, though.
But, like, it just comes to show, like, how much, like, something like Disney or Marvel can have an impact. And, like, we were just talking about how, like, Disney has, like, their hands and everything. I noticed that there was just such a shift in those films. Not in a bad way. Like, I still love them. Every new one that came out, like, I enjoyed. There was just a shift sort of in the narrative, a shift sort of in, I even want to say, like, the cameras. This sounds really weird, but, like, the editing.
It makes sense, yeah.
It just sort of took a shift and almost was like, we're not going to go that extra mile, but we're going to, like, we're going to, like, give you a little preview of it, but we're not going to go, like, if you look in the old Marvel films, it wouldn't be uncommon to see blood. It wouldn't be uncommon to hear like a cuss every now and then. Mm-hmm. It wouldn't be uncommon to have like a brutal like fight scene, because they straight from action comic books. So I remember when Disney took over, I was like, okay, like it was fine. Like there hasn't been anything I hated, but just to show like if Disney puts their hands in everything else, like how is that gonna impact it?
Yeah, I mean. First, I think Disney, first of all, I told you, the only Marvel movie I've ever watched is Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm so sorry, but I love Groot. But
it's a great movie.
It's a phenomenal movie.
Did you do the ride in Disney?
Of course.
Okay, cool.
Of course. I actually rode Tower of Terror on like its last week of being
sick.
alive, which was awesome. I mean, Disneyland doesn't compare to Disney World.
Yeah,
at all.
no.
It was very different. But then I like what they did with the Guardians of the Galaxy ride. Like, and I'm glad Tower of Terror is still a thing in Orlando. Because I'm like, if they got rid of it completely, I would have cried. Yeah. But, like, as someone that hasn't seen many Marvel films, like I already know what you mean with the sensitizing of like films and Disney and everything. But like Disney, the thing about them is they offer so much money to people. Like, for example, this might not even have anything to do, but this kind of proves the point. Hamilton, that's on Disney Plus right now. It's fine. I just watched it. Hamilton is a musical about obviously Alexander Hamilton, and it's vulgar. It talks about there's violence in it. Granted, there's no like actual blood. They talk about like sex in it. And it's on Disney Plus, so I'm like, what? Like, why is this on Disney Plus? And it blew my mind. And somebody told me it's literally because Disney offered probably billions of dollars to get that, because it's like the most popular musical right now, arguably. And
I mean, mine's Wicked. That's my favorite.
Shut the F up! No,
was yours Wicked?
We gotta do an episode on Wicked.
Oh my god, yeah.
Wicked defined my life.
Defying gravity.
Yeah. Wicked. First of all, I don't have tattoos because I want to be on camera. Well, I have 3 tattoos. They're all hidden. One of them is Mickey Mouse. I got so excited. One of my tattoos is Mickey Mouse. They're all hidden though because I want to be on camera. If I didn't care, I would have every lyric to Defying Gravity as a sleeve on my arm with a witch's hat and a freaking Glinda like wand, everything. Anyway, so sorry, now I'm off track. But Disney they own everything because of money. It's all a money thing. Like, but they do then with money comes power. So they have power to literally like redefine companies' messages.
Absolutely.
Which is so crazy to me.
Yeah, it's not annoying, but I'm like, I hope, because I love Disney, like we both do. I just hope that it doesn't take a negative turn.
The most negative turn it took was when they started charging for Club Penguin, and now Club Penguin's gone. Like, that was... Why did they do me dirty like that? Yeah. Club Penguin was my other sense of happiness besides Disney, and then Disney takes it over.
I know.
And then I was heartbroken.
Absolutely.
It's gone, right? Like,
I'm pretty sure. I haven't touched it since, like, 7th grade.
Like, low-key think I tried. Like,
you try to go on it? Wait, didn't you post it? Yeah, you posted it.
Did I?
I think you did. You were like, I'm trying to get on. Like, I had to go on a new server.
Yeah, I think so. I think that was me. Yeah.
She's like, stop putting me on the spot. She's like, I forgot I did that.
Like, don't tell anyone I did that. I didn't want you to talk about that.
Well, what do you think, because we talked about this a little bit off mic, like the DreamWorks films, did you see Shrek?
Yeah.
Shrek 2.
Shrek always. I did watch Shrek 2, but Shrek 1, the first one, was the one that I would watch. Like, sorry,
no,
this
it's
might
fine.
be my coffee.
It's fine.
Over and over and over again.
Dunks fan, it's cool. What do you got? Almond milk?
Always. We don't drink dairy on this beat.
I like almond milk with coffee. I tried.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's better.
It's much, much better. Yeah. Oat milk, though, is where it's at.
I had that in my school. It's really good.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say the East Coast hasn't, like, adapted to it yet.
Yeah. Oh, really?
West Coast, oat milk, years.
Oh, it's, thing. Yeah, same with avocado toast. There, it's been a thing there for years. Yeah, it
forever.
just started coming here.
It's so funny, like, going to school in California and then coming back, like, seeing everything, like, travel the trends from the West to the East, like, very slowly.
You posted something a lot. I've been a fan of Gianna for a second. You posted something, like, a while ago, and I started cracking up. I'm like, I hope this doesn't happen if I move out to the West Coast. Oh, you said, like, there's no... Okay, you know how, like, our iced coffee here is, like, lit? We have, like, a million flavors.
Brewed in the bean!
Yes. Do you remember you went somewhere and you were like, I can't have, like, an iced Cinnabon whatever, and, like, it's, like, caramel, vanilla, or, like, nothing. Yeah. Or, like, matcha. You were like... You were like, that's it.
Out.
Like, Perfectos and PBD, like, I literally get... I'm in the drive-thru, like, so excited.
What's your order?
Either peanut butter Oreo.
Yes!
Wait, is it yes? Yo, I don't hit your split. I was gonna hit your rock hand.
You guys, I kept mentioning the split, but I think I, like, kind of broke my finger. We don't know yet, but we always just high-fived with my splint and my broken finger.
Literally.
We got so excited.
Where have you been? We literally click.
We're the best of friends right now.
Peanut butter Oreo.
Peanut butter Oreo with almond milk. Large.
Yes. All right.
Large.
Anyways, DreamWorks.
This is about...
Yeah, Shrek. Where did we... This is bad.
ADHD.
Literally.
AF. It's bad.
But like I was saying, Shrek growing up, like, to me, that was an iconic... It was
amazing. And Disney would probably... Well, Disney owns DreamWorks, yeah? Am I stupid? No, they don't. Sorry. No, cut that out.
Whoa. Whoa.
No, cut that out.
They're going to come at you in the comments.
I thought they did. No, Disney owns Pixar. Disney and Pixar are with each other. DreamWorks... Shrek has, like, vulgar type.
Have you seen
language.
Yeah, guys, go on TikTok or go wherever and literally look up hidden messages in Shrek.
Oh my god.
You will crack up because I didn't notice.
There's so many innuendos.
Yeah.
Like, and he says ass.
Yeah.
In that movie. He says that, well, I have to save my ass.
Yeah.
Right? Doesn't he say something like that?
Yeah.
Disney would never.
No, they would never. And I just think DreamWorks, they go, like I was talking about going that extra mile, they go that extra mile.
Yes.
Which I think I love, because think about it, like Fiona, like, she's cursed. At nighttime, she turns into an ugly, hideous ogre.
Spoiler alert!
Spoiler if you haven't seen Shrek. I don't know what you've been doing with your life.
Have you seen Shrek the musical?
No, but I've heard it's awesome. I always see it on Netflix.
You need to watch it.
Okay.
Give it a chance.
Okay.
A lot of people are like, excuse me? That's ridiculous. So I did musical theater growing up, and I was in Shrek the musical.
You did musical theater?
Yeah, you did too?
Yeah. All right. Off mic. Another conversation. You did Shrek the musical.
Yeah, we have to talk about this.
Who were you?
Later. I was the Wicked Witch. I didn't get a lead.
I was waiting for you to be like, I was Fiona. Like,
I wanted to be, but I'm like, my voice got deeper as I got older, and I couldn't do Fiona's high notes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm an alto voice, so I didn't fit the part, but I was the Wicked Witch.
Okay.
And the Wicked Witch thrives. Like, she's like, basically, besides Pinocchio, she's like the other leader of the fairy tale creatures. So I had like my little bits and pieces, which was perfect because I didn't really want to be a lead anyway. So I liked my Wicked Witch part. I was Elphaba, you guys.
But what the heck was I gonna say? Yeah, so I just think like they went that extra mile, and what's so funny is like Fiona, like she it was Shrek 1 where she married Lord Farquaad.
Yes.
And she chose Shrek, and she chose Shrek wanted her for her. Was that Shrek 1 or Shrek? I forgot, but I remember Shrek 1, she turned into her ogre forever. Like, I don't know, it's been a while, but I remember, like, the wedding scene, she, like, was glowing, and you know what was so funny? It's like, you know those scenes, like, princess films where they have, like, that transformation?
Yes!
Like, Elsa, for example, like, when she built the castle and, like, her new dress.
When the beast goes back into the beast. Yes.
This time it was going from a pretty princess just an
ogre.
And I was like, this is awesome, you know what I mean?
We love that. And it's because, like, it was kind of like Shrek the whole time was like, she doesn't want me, she's a princess.
Yeah.
And Fiona's like, I want Shrek, but he's an ogre. Like, they were, like, on like
Yeah.
the same wavelength but different, and then they both end up being ogres.
Yeah.
Like, that is a beautiful message.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a beautiful message.
And Shrek 2, they had the opportunity to stay human. Like, Shrek was like, we can stay like this forever, like, because I know this is, like, what, like, this is how you grew up, and she was like, no, like, I want you for you, and they kissed, and they both became ogres again. And I was like, yo.
Sick. I love them.
I know. I was like, the second one is my favorite.
Goals.
Yeah, literally.
It's maybe I need to rewatch the second one. Then they have kids eventually, no?
Oh my god. That is the best. Babies? The best.
Is that the third?
Yes, the third
Shrek
one.
The third?
She gets pregnant and like he has that like nightmare and the baby's like da da
yes,
like yeah. No, literally it is. No, Shrek 2 is my favorite just because like the fairy godmother is just like a crazy villain.
Oh,
so she's,
she
like,
is so funny.
Nuts, yeah,
she's
literally.
Great.
But like I said, DreamWorks goes that extra mile, and I think that's what we need a bit more of. And actually, I'm gonna blow your mind again.
Please
Fun
do.
fact: Anastasia. Have you seen that or no?
No.
So
Never.
We're gonna tie it back real quick with some Disney lore, if you will. The original writers and producers for that movie Anastasia pitched it to Disney first. It was a writer at Disney. He wrote Pocahontas. No, he didn't write Pocahontas. He wrote some other film. I think it was a Little Mermaid or something. No, I'm an idiot. He wrote Jasmine. He developed Jasmine. I'm so stupid.
Okay.
And he was very big on like the strong female princess, and he
Yes.
pitched Anastasia. He's like, oh, it's like a Russian old folk tale about the last princess of Russia before, you know, the country took over like the czars. And he's like, I think this would be. He's like, there was a big rumor that she was still alive, that the last princess of Russia like ran away to Paris, and she's an orphan.
Getting a history lesson.
Literally, yeah. So then Disney was like, nah, chill, like, we don't want that, like, too history, too much, yada yada. So he was like, all right, screw you. Went to DreamWorks, they're like, we love it. Do
Yes.
whatever you want. You need to watch it, because it's so, I remember, like, seeing it, like, when I was a bit older with my niece. I sat down, I watched it with her. She loved it because it's, like, a princess film. I was really, like, looking at it, I'm like, wow, like, she's very fiery, and, like, even though, like, it starts off, like, in the beginning, she's a princess with, like, her family, and then it's a little bit brutal, her family gets killed, and she literally, like, runs away, tries to run away to Paris to her grandmother, because her grandmother's in Paris, falls and gets amnesia, and becomes like an orphan. So her whole life she doesn't know she's a princess. She doesn't know anything.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, but
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Literally throughout the film, like she literally just ends up finding out who she is, and like ends up going to her grandmother. I remember she was just so independent. Can't speak English. So fiery. So all this stuff. And I'm like, this is kind of. I want my niece to watch this type of princess too. I'm like, I want you to see, like, be independent. Like speak your thoughts. If you don't want to do something, don't do. You know what I mean?
The Disney princesses, on the other hand, are like, I want this man's, and I'm going to do anything, and I'm gonna, like, literally do anything just for a man!
Yeah, shake my head.
It's crazy!
Shake my head.
That's why I also love Moana, though.
That was awesome.
Because she's independent. Disney needs
awesome.
more of, like, that.
Yeah.
Like, I think they're learning.
Yeah.
But DreamWorks has always been doing it.
Yeah, they're like,
you know? So it's
what are you talking about?
Right. But Disney definitely needs to, like, figure it out with the messages, because, like you said, you have your nieces.
Yeah.
I have my sisters.
Yeah. They're
growing up in a totally different, like, generation of Disney. So I'm hoping that like, now that they are seeing a little more people of color, fingers crossed, and hopefully that just keeps going.
Yeah.
They're seeing more independent princesses. I hope that kind of shapes their thinking at a young age. Yeah. You know, because we got to integrate those ideas early in children.
As a girl, you can speak from this. Do you think representation, as in looks wise, is important, or personality? Like, did you relate more to princesses for their looks or for their personality? And do you think you want your sisters to relate? In my opinion, I say both.
I say both. Yeah. I'm gonna say both because I think it just depends on the person as well. Yeah. Like, although my sister, they're 4 years old and 2. Yeah. The 4-year-old sister, she focuses on looks more. Okay. Like, so I have curly hair. I have really curly hair. She has the same hair because we're both Dominican and Italian. When I straighten my hair, but my hair is very Dominican. That's when people are like, wait a second. When I straighten my hair, she cries. Like, she legit cries, and she's like, can you please do that to my hair? And we say no, because we don't want to, like, damage her hair. I'm 22, I don't really care if it gets damaged at this point. Yeah. So And when she dresses as like she has every princess dress in the book, even beyond princesses, she has Hermione Granger, like everything. She has all these dresses. So when she puts them on, she wants the hair. Oh, I want Elsa hair. I want an Elsa braid. I want this. I want that. Like very physical things that she wants. She's never mentioned like skin color because I don't think children really
they process that.
Process it. Like I think they can see that there's a difference, but they don't say like they don't understand. You know what I mean? And then for me, like personality wise, I think I focused on the princesses. Like I definitely saw like the princesses that were sensitive, and I would like act a little sensitive, and then like I'm an extrovert, so those there was never really an extroverted princess, right? Like I think that's why I liked The Emperor's New Groove, like as a child though.
Oh yeah, back in the day,
way back in the day. That's why I kind of think I liked those non-traditional princess movies. Because when I started to develop my crazy personality, I was like, oh, I like this movie because I like I like Kuzco. He's crazy and he's like whatever, and he turns into a llama. Like I loved those. So I think it's both. It totally depends, but so
yeah, no, I completely agree because like I want my nieces to like. Because, you know, like, as a guy, like, I could never, like I said, like, I could never relate, but I know, like, some guys, like, do, and that's awesome, that's amazing, too, but, like, me speaking personally, like, my big thing was The Incredibles, like, Pixar.
Yes.
Because as a superhero fanatic, like, when I saw that, it's, like, chills, like I said, like, literally, like, when I hear, like, the theme song, like, I had it on DVD, my dad, I remember it vividly, my dad surprised me, bought it for me on DVD, walked in the house and handed it to me. I think I started crying. I gave him the biggest hug. Watch it nonstop. Have you seen The Incredibles?
Yes, okay. Of course. Oh my god.
There is one scene, and my friends know this, and it's embarrassing. It's the scene. It's the plane scene when the mom is trying to like they shoot like missiles at her, and she's trying to save. I used to like get emotional at that scene.
Oh my god.
I don't know why, and honestly, like if you get me in a certain day and we watch it, like I literally probably would too. I don't know why. I like 9. I processed. I was like, oh my god, like she thinks her husband's cheating on her and she has to go back to being a superhero again when she doesn't want to. She's going against her own morals.
It's
and then
deep.
Yeah, and then her kids they like snuck on the plane and she's like, what are you doing here? Like you get in trouble, but then they're like, oh, the newborn is with a babysitter they don't like, and she's like, damn. Then all of a sudden she looks around, there's missiles coming at her.
This poor lady.
Yeah, so
this is incredible.
So I remember I was like, like no, Elastigirl. And she was, I remember like if you, by the way, voice actors do an amazing job. You can hear like the nervous guys. Go back and watch that scene. You can hear how scared she is towards the end when she's yelling at Violet. She's like, Violet, put a field around us now. Like you can hear she's like going crazy.
There's real emotion, like,
literally
motherly concern.
Yeah,
like,
I remember just as a kid, I was like, oh my god, this is
nuts. I want to be
nuts.
a voice actor.
That'd be sick. Why not?
I think you and I could do a cartoon.
Could do it. We could.
For Disney. And let's pitch it, and then Disney hires us.
Guys, business inquiries email will be tagged in the description.
Business inquiries only.
Like, literally.
Please, we are voice actors. But
no,
anyway,
but literally, like, to me, that was, because I loved superheroes, seeing that, and seeing, like, Mr. Incredible, and seeing the whole, like, family, like, thing, I was obsessed.
Right.
I was just obsessed, and that's what got me hooked as a kid, and I think that's why I'm so big on, like, you know, like, voice your opinions, like, do what you gotta do, like, be your own superhero, like, do this, do that. So with my nephew, like, I've been getting him into that so young. He's only 4, but I've been literally drilling it in his head. I'm like,
100%.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Because to me, it was just like, and I think Pixar, I don't know, Pixar, in your opinion, what do you think they're sort of, like, do you think their narrative is a bit different, or what do you think?
Yes, I think Pixar is, like, definitely more, you know how we were talking about, like Shrek has that wholesome message of, like, you know, you can love somebody beyond looks. You know?
Yeah.
It's a message more deeper than just like a prince and a princess fall in love and they live happily ever. Yeah. Disney's happily ever after.
Yeah. Well, Shrek does it. He's reading the book on the toilet and he rips it.
It's amazing. Like, I love that contrast. Disney even had their fireworks show right now is called Happily Ever After.
Oh,
That's the message that pretty much most Disney films portray.
Yeah.
What was I saying? Pixar.
Yeah.
Pixar has more wholesome messages.
Yeah.
So my favorite Pixar movie is Inside Out. I love Inside Out.
That's the one I never really liked.
Oh my god! So I used to watch it with the ex-boyfriend all the time, and I would just cry and cry. Literally one of my favorites. It has such a wholesome message about family, and you know, it's like growing up. Oh, I could cry.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
It's getting emotional.
So emotional. And then you have like Cars.
Oh, I love Cars.
And then you have Monsters Inc.
Oh,
Those are
Kitty.
Yeah. Those are messages that are beyond love. So I love that Pixar. I love that Pixar does that.
Yeah.
And Pixar and Disney.
Toy Story. Almost forgot.
Oh yeah. Hello. That's the one. That's the one. That Toy Story defined Disney's relationship.
It did.
With Pixar.
Absolutely, I agree.
Because I don't know. You should watch the documentary. I literally forget the name of it. It's just about.
Is it on
Pixar.
Disney Plus or Netflix?
I think it's on Netflix.
I
It
think
used
I've
to be
seen
on
it.
Netflix, but I think it's on YouTube, honestly.
I'll have to check
so you
it
can
out.
watch it. It's about like how Disney and Pixar came to be.
Yeah.
Because like they were together and then they cut the deal and then they redid it. Like they had beef for so long. It was absolute insanity. But I'm glad that they're together right now because I think that it's good that we have a variation of stories now that kids can watch beyond just the prince and princesses. So like I love Pixar. I love that they're doing that with Disney.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think honestly I was more of a pick. Now that I think back about it and we're talking about it, I think I was more of Pixar. I can just see I remember watching Toy Story and Toy Story 2 a million times. The Incredibles, I can literally read you every line from that film. It's like a little bit pathetic.
It's fine.
WALL-E was awesome. I agree with you 100%.
WALL-E, do you know? Because like I said, as a child, I would pick a movie and watch it for forever. I saw WALL-E in the theater 6 times.
I believe it.
6.
Yeah, I believe it.
I made my parents take me.
Absolutely.
They were so mad at me.
Yeah.
My dad would take me and take a nap. Because he was like, okay, number 2, 3, 4, 5,
Granted.
I gotta wait a second. And then they were like, no,
Literally.
it's coming out on DVD. Here is the DVD.
Well, would you say it's wholesome? Pixar's wholesome?
Pixar's wholesome.
Okay.
Disney's Happily Ever After.
Yeah.
Love. Pixar's wholesome.
Okay.
Yes.
I agree with you 100%.
And I love, at this age, I love the wholesome messages.
Yeah.
It makes me so happy.
Yeah, because watching it back as like, I don't want to say adults, it made me like just cringe. Watching it back at early 20s, you know what I mean? It makes you see the deeper message and it almost hits harder. You're like, oh.
It hits hard.
Yeah.
That's why I think you should watch Inside Out because it's about growing up.
No, I will.
And it literally... as I'm screeching, I'm thinking about this one scene and I won't tell it to you. So I want you to watch it. You already know what it is.
Is it Bing Bong?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. You gotta watch it. Just watch it.
I need to watch. I know it like somewhat. But I need to watch it.
When you watch it, you're gonna like throw up.
Yeah. I will. Okay. All right. No, I'm excited because I've seen it like.
Did you see Onward?
No.
Oh.
I need to watch Onward. It looked
Disney
cool.
Plus, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, literally, your homework is to watch Inside Out and Onward.
All right.
Talk about a wholesome message.
Yeah.
Onward. Oh, I'm
no,
gonna cry
it looks
again.
really cool. Like it
So
looked right on my
good.
alley, like magic and things like that.
Yes,
It's sick.
it's like magic-y, like mystical, like the kid's a nerd.
Yeah.
Like, loves the.
It looked right on my alley.
You have to watch it.
I really want, from what I want to see from Disney, sort of like in the future is like.
Yeah, let's talk about
what we want to see.
What we want
I
to see.
think actually is this Pixar? Meet the Robinsons. I don't know why you said forward and like a line in the film is keep moving forward. That's Pixar. It has to be.
That's a good question.
We'll let you know.
Should I give it a go?
We'll be right back.
Let me
1 second. And we're back. Actually, yeah, so it's not Pixar.
No.
So
it's Walt Disney Animation.
Which is crazy because if you've seen it, I think that has a very
wholesome message. I think that maybe Disney like kind of learned that from Pixar.
Yeah.
Maybe they kind of took Pixar's messages and they were like, we should probably do something like that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Because
I don't speak on behalf of Disney. I'm just like that's
low key though. Like they probably tune in. They're like,
honestly, going forward, Disney needs to hire me.
Yeah.
As an Imagineer, I think.
Literally.
Because I have so many concepts for movies, ride ideas. Like do you watch any of the documentaries on Disney Plus about like decorating Disney and like Walt Disney Imagineering? You gotta watch them.
Yeah, they're
Disney's
sick.
Crazy.
I think like we just said, moving forward, like what I really want to see is sort of like it. I would prefer Pixar, but I want to see basically where like because growing up like I had to. We're gonna get a little deep here. I had to like get. I don't know, not suppressed, but like I was saying, like I loved Marvel. I was such a geek,
of course,
like such a nerd. Like
nothing wrong with that.
No. Now that I grow up, like there's nothing wrong with that at all. But you know, like it's kind of hard when you're growing up and not everyone is sort of into that. So you kind of have to suppress that a little bit,
right?
And fit the mold.
You do because people are like,
yeah, like literally.
What are you doing? like superheroes.
Absolutely. So like that was also very like personal to me. Like I really didn't tell anyone. Only like my best friends like knew, and because we all wearing the same things like video games things that I really want to see. It doesn't matter if it's a boy or a girl, just a representation of like a person who, it could be a nerd, it could be this, it could be that, but just owning who you are and sort of dealing with it. Like I don't want that person to change. I don't want that person to like hide who they are, like whether it be in school or whatever, like just solely be them.
Yep.
And they don't matter, because I think that's very important. Like I want like little like kids to watch that and be like, they didn't change once. Yeah, they went through hardships, but they didn't change who they were at the core, and that is very, very important.
That I can't think of any movie that has that message specifically.
Yeah.
Like as I'm really thinking, I can't think of one.
Because they normally go through like a change,
right?
Where like they either like they become a new person or they suppress who they really are. Right. And I just like, this is actually a great example. Like I think Elsa, like I think she, you know, even though she had magic powers, her whole thing was to like conceal, don't feel.
Yes, conceal, don't feel.
Trying not to sing, but.
Sorry.
So like to hold it in, and then she just snapped. She was like, "Nah, bro, take off the gloves,
baby.
let it go." Nah, bro, let it go. That is awesome.
Nah, bro, let it go.
Literally. So like, you know, she goes up on the mountain and does that. It was almost her like coming into herself. You know what I mean? But I want to see it where like you don't change at like that is you. Like you go through the hardships, but you stay who you are, because I really think that's important to see. You know what I mean?
I agree. I 1000% agree. Yeah. No, Disney, get on it, please.
How about for you? Like, what do you want to see?
I would love to see definitely more just like independent like women. They don't have to be a princess. Like I said, that's why I love Moana. Yeah. That's like one of my favorite recent movies that they came out with. She wasn't a princess. She had a freaking goal, and she was like, "Dad, I'm not listening to you," and she sailed across the sea, delivered the item to the and it was great. And
there was no prince.
There was no prince. There was no love story. Like, we need to get out of the love stories, because like we were saying, there's more beyond just love. Like, there's life lessons that need to be taught. So I think Disney is going in the right direction. I want to see them keep on moving. More representation for people of color, of course. Because
absolutely.
I mean, like as we know, the one black princess is Tiana, and she was a frog the whole movie. Like, she was literally a frog the whole movie. Like,
I didn't even realize that.
Oh my god, yeah, this like shook the world. They were like, yes, a black princess. Oh, she's a frog. The whole movie, she's a frog. I'm like, it's terrible. It's kind of terrible. Like, yes, that's the story of the Princess and the Frog. Like, she has to be. But I'm like the one black princess. Like, and you have you seen the Princess and the Frog?
Of course, yeah.
So like, I love how they incorporate like her culture and like being from NOLA and like all of that. But then she's just a frog though.
No, that's.
It's crazy.
I'm like dumbfounded. That's like horrible.
I just blew your mind.
Yeah.
So Disney, let's do that. Let's please represent.
Oh my gosh.
Other people.
Yeah, Disney, come on, that wasn't cool.
So let's just so from Disney, basically more representation, more independent, good lessons that we need to teach our youth.
Do you think the new ride is gonna be cool though? For Splash Mountain?
Tron.
They're making a Tron ride?
Yes!
Oh, I love Tron. Oh my god.
It's about to be the biggest indoor roller coaster that Disney has.
Oh, I didn't know that. I love Tron.
God. Tron is in Shanghai right now.
Oh, yeah. I saw it.
They're building it in Orlando.
Oh, I didn't know that. So you know how you saw WALL-E 6 times? I saw Tron Legacy by myself.
I've never seen Tron, so I'm sorry.
Walk out the
I'll watch it, I promise.
No, anyways. But yeah, do you think the Splash Mountain redo? Because everyone was pressed about that too.
Yeah, okay, so I'm one for like, I love tradition.
I agree.
I love tradition.
I agree with you.
So, did I love Splash Mountain? Yes, because when I wrote it, I didn't know the story of Splash Mountain.
Yes.
I had never seen the movie, so I didn't know that it was very inappropriate.
Yeah.
I didn't know culturally that it was offensive.
Yeah.
I just thought it was this fun. First of all,
Zippity-doo-dah.
Yeah. It was the very first ride I rode at Disney as a child.
Yeah.
So when I think of Splash Mountain, I think of those memories of like, it was my first ride.
Yeah.
You know, it was
nostalgia.
I think of nostalgia. It was the first time I walked up to the thing to get measured.
Yeah.
It was a first.
Yeah.
So, am I sad to see it go? Of course.
Yeah.
Does that? I don't want people to hear that and be like, "Oh, she's such a she's racist." princess.
Yeah.
Because that's what people think nowadays.
Yeah.
I'm sad because of that nostalgia.
Yeah.
But I'm at the same time, I'm more excited for the Princess and the Frog.
Because is it the same ride, but they're refurbishing the design?
It's the same ride.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna sit here and cry and be like,
yeah.
No, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Like, it's just did you see? I posted it a couple weeks ago. It was the Brer Rabbit shaking hands with Gianna. I cried.
Yeah.
I was like, why is this? I saw it and I was bawling my eyes out. It's like a new chapter of life, and like, is it closed now? Like,
I
is
have
it closed?
no clue.
Do we know?
Let us know.
Like, I definitely would have wanted my sisters to ride it, but if they're gonna ride it as the Princess and the Frog, I'm also
Have
really
you seen like the
excited.
concepts of it on TikTok where it's like,
Yes.
are you ready?
Yes,
like, that looks cool.
Are you ready?
Yeah, and then you just drop. That looks cool. I was like, that's cool. I'll do that.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
I'm excited.
So I'm honestly proud of Disney and how they're adhering to cultural norms now and learning.
So sort of just to recap that Disney, where we love you.
Disney, we love you.
We love you.
You need us on your team.
Literally, keep doing you. Keep moving forward.
We're gonna have to take a trip, I think, soon.
What's the saying? Don't question. No. What's the saying?
Don't
With a good time?
Don't tempt.
Don't tempt me with a good time?
Yeah.
How does it go? I don't know. Gianna,
it's
it's gonna happening.
It's Harry Potter.
Oh, you like Harry Potter?
Of course, my
That's
ringtone.
sick. Guys, 1 second.
It's
I'll be
my
back. All right, I think we're back.
We're back. Sorry, my dad interrupted, but I had to answer.
No, it's
Gotta
fine.
answer. That's the one who made me go to Disney in the first place. So
You know,
gotta stay tuned.
Well, we got to hear the Harry Potter ringtone. Now we know. Okay,
I'm
we
all
need
over
to
the
take a trip. Guys, this is how we're going to wrap up this
We're
conversation.
wrapping this up by saying we're gonna do a podcast live from a resort.
Please don't, Gianna. I will literally drive to your house and knock on the door and be like, we're going.
Get
grab
on
your
the
suitcase.
plane.
Literally, we are going. I fly for free.
We're
going to Disney. All right,
to
we're going to
Disney.
Disney, and then we can stop at Harry Potter World and just like
Please, in Universal.
We'll just go for a day.
Let's go.
Literally.
Like, down. Okay, love this.
Literally.
Well, thank you for
Thank
having me.
you. I'm like
No,
dream
of
come
course.
true. Thank you so much.
This is amazing. It's gonna happen again.
Hopefully,
soon.
this is the first of many.
First of
Hopefully.
many.
Literally. Well, guys, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like this video. Comment down what you like, what you didn't like. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out Gianna's podcast. It's on what? Spotify? Apple?
Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Yes, guys, check it out. If you want to be thoroughly entertained and become obsessed with Gianna Gravalese, she is awesome. Follow her on her Instagram. I'll tag it down in the description down below. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Really appreciate this.
This is so fun.
Thank you, guys. See you next time.
Bye.
Peace.